Good afternoon, Chair Zaragoza and members of the committee. My name is Eden Alamary, Billing and Licensing Director. We are presenting this item before the Finance and Governance Committee to provide clarification regarding business tax and permit administration, discovery, and auditing services. Our recommendation that the Finance and Governance Committee recommend the City Council to authorize the outsourcing of licensing services, approve and authorize the mayor to execute an agreement between the City of Oxnard and Hinder Leiter de Lamas and Associates, or HDL, to provide business tax and permit administration, discovery, and auditing services for a period of 5 years with the option to renew for another 5 years prior to the contract's expiration, and adopt a resolution authorizing examination of sales or transactions and use tax records. For the background, on September 26, 2023, staff came before the Finance and Governance Committee regarding outsourcing of business licensing services to HDL. We believe that we did not communicate the revenue in this proposal as clearly as we could have. Today, we return to provide clarification by distinguishing between the savings the city will realize should this agreement is approved and the additional revenue the city could but is not guaranteed to realize. This table shows the total savings the city will realize if the city council approves and to execute the contract with HDL for the duration of the 5-year agreement. Line 1 shows the annual cost of providing the services in-house, utilizing our own resources. The total cost for the 5-year period will be $4 million. This new estimate includes the increases in annual cost to accurately show the cost of providing this service. Line 2 shows the cost of 1.49 million if HDL administers the business tax collection for 5 years. Line 3 shows the cost of 1.46 million if HDL administers the delinquent business tax collection. When we compare line 1, the total cost to the city if licensing program is processed in-house, a cost of about $4 million, versus the cost of outsourcing to HDL, represented by total of line 2 and line 3, or a total cost of $3 million, it results to a savings of about $1 million for the city over the 5-year period. This is the total savings the city will realize with the HDL contract in place. We prepared a second table that shows the additional revenue the city could but not guaranteed to realize if the city council approves the agreement with HDL. HDL is projecting to bring in new revenue of 4.4 million over the next 5 years. The city will pay approximately 1.5 million in discovery and audit fees to bring in this new revenue. The discovery portion alone will cost 2.5 million if we were to hire employees in-house to do this work. We also do not have some of the tools and resources HDL has to do this work. Assuming HDL's estimate is correct, the city could see significant projected new revenue from discovery of unlicensed businesses and would keep 2.96 million of that revenue. This revenue is money the city could but is not guaranteed to realize. If HDL brings in more than its projected revenue, the city will also obtain more revenue. If HDL brings in less revenue, the city will obtain less than the 2.9 million in revenue. According to HDL's representative, they projected the additional revenue by running preliminary reports that identified about 3,000 businesses as targets that need investigation. The estimates were also based on results of their services to over 100 cities across the state. Lastly, HDL's past performance showed no record where they did not perform well above their estimates. Once again, we ask that the Finance and Governance Committee recommend the City Council to authorize the outsourcing of licensing services, to approve and authorize the mayor to execute an agreement between the City of Oxnard and Hinderleiter de Lamas and Associates, or HDL, to provide business tax and permit administration, discovery, and auditing services for a period of 5 years with the option to renew for another 5 years prior to the contract's expiration, and adopt a resolution authorizing examination of sales or transactions and use tax records. This is the end of my presentation. I will be present during the meeting to answer any questions. Thank you.